video, we're going to go through how to accept a GitHub assignment, so accept your lab assignments, check it out, edit those assignments, and submit that assignment using the command line and whatever text editor you like to use. If you are planning on using IntelliJ or Eclipse or Repellent, there are specific tutorials for using those IDEs. This tutorial is going to be centered around using no IDE at all. So, the first thing you're going to do is when you get ready to start the week's assignment is you're going to go into Blackboard and click on this link here, which is going to bring up the lab assignment page. And as the semester goes on, you'll see more and more lab assignments that appear in this window. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on the week's lab in order to go to GitHub and accept the assignment. So when you do that, it's going to bring up a page like this. So the first week, you're going to have to first identify yourself. So this links your GitHub account with a person in the classroom so that we can sort of tie the two together. After the first week, you won't have to do this again. So once you select that, what normally happens is you'll get to a page like this where it's asking you to accept the assignment for week 1 or week whatever. So you go ahead and accept that, and what it's doing now is copying the week's repo into your GitHub account. And if we go to that GitHub link, you'll see now you have a repo that contains the week's assignments as well as whatever starter code that we give you. So the important thing on this page is going to be looking at your clone link, right? So up here in the corner, you're going to hit code and copy your URL. Once you do that, then you can come over to your terminal. So you're going to go over to your terminal and you're going to type in git clone that. Because I'm using this as not my own specific user, you might have to type in something like this, where you specify your username first. So then you're going to type in your password, and you'll see that it cloned this into your home directory. So now we can move into week X some student, and you'll see here now we have a README as well as a source file. So if we look at the source file, there's a Java file in there. So now we can open those two files. So the Java file contains any code that we need to edit, and the README will contain the instructions on what to do. So this is in Markdown, which means it's formatted nicely here on the GitHub website, but this is sort of the code that generates that. And you can read it here or read it over here. So then maybe we want to edit this and add a new comment. And we save it. So the next thing we want to do is make sure we commit and push those changes that we just made up to GitHub. So to do that through the command line interface, we're going to first git add the file that we made changes to, right? And if we run git status, it'll show us that we modified week1.java, and then we're going to git commit, and then we're going to type a message in here adding a comment. So this message is in order for you to keep track of what exactly you were fixing in each commit. And then if you'll notice, when we go back to GitHub, this file hasn't changed yet, right? It still doesn't contain that string until we push it. So git push. And that's going to push it up to GitHub, and you'll see that there were no errors. And now if we look at the file, we can see this. So you want to make sure you get and push in order for us as the instructional staff to be able to see the changes that you made, right? And we can make another, so again, a second comment, git add, git commit, and git push, right? And you want to make sure no errors came up when you did this. And once you've pushed it up to GitHub, we as the instructional staff will have access to be able to not only look at it to help you, say, in office hours, but also in order to grade it. So pushing is submitting it, but you can submit as many times as you want to. And actually, I encourage you to commit every time you leave the screen. So like every time I'm going to switch over to check my email, I'm going to commit what I have and tag it with what exactly I was working on, right? So remember, the steps to completing your weekly lab assignments are going to be finding the lab inside the Blackboard, finding the link inside Blackboard, accepting the assignment, cloning the assignment locally, making all your changes, committing, and pushing those assignments to